Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account. The link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available. The link for that too is in the description box below. A big no while manifesting. Hey guys, hope you are well. And in this video, I want to be talking about a very big no while manifesting your specific person. And this is something that you need to keep in mind very sharp, because if you don't, then this is one thing that I have seen ruins the most manifestations for people. And I have dealt with a lot of clients. The number is plus 5,000. So if the number is that high and this is something that I have seen ruin most manifestations, then this is something you should look out for, because there is a probability that if you're manifesting your specific person, then you're doing this. Now, the big no for manifesting a specific person, and I will not make you wait till the end of the video, is manipulation. But this is a huge topic, and as this video goes along, I will explain to you what manipulation is. And I cannot give you the example of every different situation, but I will give you examples of the most common and general situation through which people manipulate while trying to manifest their specific person, and why it doesn't work and why it puts them in a position where they end up not getting what they want. So let's get into it. Let's first understand what manipulation is. Manipulation is exactly the opposite of manifestation, because a lot of people confuse the two. Some people say that manifestation is manipulation because you're trying to change someone else. That's not true. When you're manifesting something, what you're truly trying to change is yourself. And what happens is, when you start to change yourself, the world reflects that change. For example, let's say, and I will just give you a very subtle example, and this is not like, I'm not trying to tell you this is manifestation or not. I'm just giving you an example of a difference between when you're trying to change someone and when you're trying to change yourself. So trying to change someone else would mean, let's say an athlete comes and says, oh, I want to try to change these people, so I will try to change these selectors till one of them finally selects me. But trying to change myself would be, I would change myself and get to a level where that it doesn't matter who the selector is, I would get selected. So you see, there is a difference between manipulation and manifestation. Now, this was just for the sake of example. But why shouldn't we manipulate, and how manipulation plays a role in manifestation? A lot of times what happens is that people are manipulating their manifestations and calling it manifestation. And what exactly happens because of that is that they keep getting into a bigger loop of worse circumstances, and they get into a position where they eventually end up losing the results that they were getting in the first place. The reason that manipulation doesn't work is manipulation doesn't have the undertone of faith. Manipulation has the undertone of lack. Someone who feels the need to manipulate is automatically, anyway, in the first place, coming from a place where they feel they need to manipulate to get what they want. When in fact, if I'm actually living in the end and I'm living from the end of my manifestations, I wouldn't feel the need to manipulate anything in the first place, because I would automatically be coming from a place of fulfillment. I would automatically be coming from a place of faith, and this knowing that what I want will come, and I won't need to manipulate what I want. I won't need to manipulate the circumstance to get what I want. When in fact, if I do manipulate it, what I do is I reinforce the state of being and reinforce the self-concept of someone who doesn't believe that they will get what they want, and I need to actually make things happen. Some people also disguise it as inspired action. I already have a video on that. I will link it down below so you can check it out. Now, I will give you a few examples of what manipulation is and how it works and how usually people do it. And if you are someone who is doing this, please stop immediately. This is not something that you should be doing at all. It's not helpful at all. And it definitely puts you in a position where you even lose the progress that you must be making. So the first way of manipulating is trying to make it happen. Now, how trying to make it happen works, and it's a very subtle thing that people do, which we like sometimes don't even realize, is that we try to put ourselves in a position where we might encounter the person that we are manifesting in a way so that we can get into a place where there is a conversation that happens. So maybe I will show up outside of their work and just do something there, not to meet them. Like, I'm telling myself I'm not going to meet them, but what I'm truly doing is I'm just going, and in hopes that they will come, and oh, then we will collide and this love will happen and we will just start to fall in love. Nothing like that is going to happen that way, because the whole action is based on manipulation. It did not automatically happen. You're trying to make it happen because you don't trust God, the universe, subconscious, whatever you want to call it, to make it happen for you. So if you are someone who is doing that, please stop. And please understand that if convincing someone that us being together is a good idea would have worked, then you would have gotten what you wanted by now. A lot of people think, if only just I would convince more. It's just that we have not had a conversation in person. That's why he's not respecting me. It's just that I haven't texted 78 times. I've only texted 77 times. That's why he's not respecting me. Not true. And I hope those previous times where you have tried to manipulate and it has came back to hit you, it doesn't, it should stop you from going after these things in this way. Second, consistently asking. Now, this is something where this is called pseudo boundaries. So, I was talking to this one client the other day, and she was saying that, hey, Karan, I don't know what is happening in my situation. As you mentioned in our last session, I am putting up boundaries. And after putting up boundaries, I am still not getting what I want. I don't know what's happening. So, let's connect. So then we fixed up a session and we were talking. And in that session, she told me that, you know what I did, as we were moving forward in this relationship, I recommend, like, I just simply stated that, hey, at this moment I'm just looking for a relationship. I was extremely happy with the boundary that she put. So I was actually amazed that, oh great, that's amazing that you put up a good boundary. Then what happened? Then she said that at this moment he said that I will let you know by tomorrow and let me think about it. I said that's completely fine. I said, then what happened? And then she said, I asked him again the other day. Then I asked him again the day after that. Then 5 days after that, I asked him again. Do you see how that ruins the purpose of putting the boundary in the first place? Do you see how when you're putting a boundary that way, it is ruining the purpose of everything that you're trying to build? Because what you're trying to build here was the boundary was for me, and if my boundary isn't respected, my attention is not going to be in this place. But in fact, what I did is I made myself chase and started calling it a boundary. It wasn't a boundary, it just turned into a chasing session, which was the thing that we were trying to avoid in the first place. The next thing, begging for someone to change. Now, this is an extreme one, but a big part of some people's arsenal of manipulation. I have done this before, so I know where, if you are doing it, where you are coming from. But let's understand what to do if you are doing this. So first, I understand you. In that moment, when your emotions are so heightened and you're so triggered, you must have thought that, hey, let's beg this person. Maybe if I would just beg them hard enough, maybe if I just promise them that things would be different, or that I would do everything that you want, that they might come back to me, and this hole in my heart that I feel, this pain that I consistently feel, will go away. And that's why we do that action. We automatically ourselves know it's something that we shouldn't be doing, and we don't like ourselves for doing it. After doing it, we think that they will come back, and maybe for some people they did. I had this one person I was trying to get back in my life. I begged and begged and begged, and they did come back, only to go away 2 3 days later, because the real issue was not solved. The issue with that is that you doing that in that moment can make you feel that you have fixed something, but it's just like you have a wound and you just put a band-aid on it when the wound needed stitches. So in that moment, understand that me begging is just going to bring this pain back 3 days later, 4 days later, or a month later with more intensity, because this time the stories that will happen behind my mind will have more evidence. So it's not helpful. Please make sure that you're not begging, it's beneath you. And I know that if you are doing it, it can be slightly, I know you don't want to do it, and it can be slightly disrespectful towards yourself. Even when you're doing it, you have this feeling that I shouldn't be doing it, but as I still do it because I think that that will solve my problems. It won't. And the faster you get that, the better it would be. The next, social media manipulation. Now, I already made a whole video on social media while manifesting where I discussed this in detail. So I will link the video down below. I think you can directly check it out because I have covered this topic in a whole 10-15 minutes there, which will help you get into a good place. The last one that I would discuss in today's video is the way that I handle resistance. So I will just start by explaining it with an example. Let's say I'm someone who is manifesting a specific person, and right now I'm having a fear that what if I will never feel secure if this person doesn't come in my life? And the way that I'm handling my resistance is by telling myself, no, 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 this person will come in my life. Do you see how that's a subtle way of manipulating myself? Like, it might not be trying to manipulate the person, but it's a subtle way of manipulating myself. Just understand what happened here. The issue was that I was not feeling secure. My mind told me that if the person comes, I will feel secure, right? The real issue is that I need to feel secure within myself, and the solution would be to make myself feel secure now, regardless of this person. The way that I'm solving it is to give into that limitation and tell myself only if this person comes, I will be in a situation where I would feel secure. So, what you're basically saying is, until and unless this person comes into my life, I would not feel secure at all. That puts you at a disadvantage because you don't want to feel secure at the mercy of someone in your life. You want to feel secure by yourself, within yourself, and that should be your focus. So, if you're doing any of these mistakes, I understand you, but I also hope that you understand it's eventually a choice that you can choose to make. It's a decision that you can choose to make. And right now, in this current moment, you have an option to take a different call, make a different decision, and go after it in a different way. I hope you understand that, and I hope you apply it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.